So one of the problems with this space right now is that we have too much information. Unfortunately, there's so much data out there that people sometimes miss what the data actually means. They don't look at the totality of everything. And I think that's been this case for ADA for quite some time. People have cherry-picked stuff. And unfortunately, this negative stance on ADA has been painted when it's actually been bullish. This has actually been building up to what we're seeing right now in terms of price. I'm Luckside. Welcome to the channel. If you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell. Again, it's free to do. We'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So there was actually an article that was sent to me by a viewer. Appreciate you sending that over. I have another one pulled up here as well. And unfortunately, this is the problem with cherry picking data. For example, what this one article mentions here is bearish on-chain data. It talks about the ADA long-short ratio currently stands at 0.926, meaning that shorts have had quite a bit of power over ADA. And we know this, right? We know that there's been this negative sentiment. People have been betting against ADA for quite some time. This talks about us being suppressed below our moving averages, which I talked about that in terms of the earlier video for ADA today. And when we talk about price, this also in front of us here mentions declining balance by holding. They talk about small holders on the decrease. And this actually even says that whales have been leaving, right? And unfortunately, some of this information is incorrect. All right. First of all, whales have been a big part of what we're experiencing right now. In fact, look at the net flows for large holders over the last 24 hours, 226 million ADA. In fact, when we look over the last month here, point to me a large outflow day in terms of whales. It's not there. Because although we've been going through this redistribution of holders, you know, we've been dealing with this this last capitulation of smaller holders when it comes to ADA, which we actually have talked about in another video. You've seen whales on the increase. You've seen speculators on the increase. In fact, actually over the last day, speculators sold a little bit, but guess who continued to buy? Whales. It's the reason why right now ADA has been making some strong moves and again pushing towards these moving averages. Now, what I will say is this, guys. This is all being done on not a high volume day. So what this really indicates is that when we start making moves, if ADA really continues to push and break through some of those moving averages like we talked about, it means that there's likely to be quite a bit of FOMO that sets in because people that have fudded themselves out of their position, hoping for further drops, playing some games maybe, right? They tend to flock back in because they don't want to miss out. And that is, again, like we talked about yesterday, how ADA makes that gap jump, right? It jumps up to the next layer of liquidity between that, 40 to 43, 44 cent range, right? Now, this isn't a guarantee or financial advice or anything like that. And what we need to look at too is that the funding rate's positive. You're seeing this completely bullish shift in terms of ADA, and people had not been paying attention to it because they'll look at these negative articles, they'll look at one piece of data, and they're missing the broad scope of things. What we're witnessing right now is unfortunately it doesn't show this for ADA because I haven't seen a chart that shows this, but we've seen a large removal of supply from exchanges. When you have an asset that is resilient, when you have a community that is strong in this way, they tend to buy and hoard, remove it from exchanges. So we're getting into this point where we're starting to see a light little bit of a supply shock, kind of like we're seeing with Shiba Inu as well. I've talked about that. Right now, ADA is just getting a little bit more of a rocket up its butt than SHIB is, but you guys get the point. We're making headway nonetheless, and eventually this snowballs into much bigger moves, whether it's this week, whether it's a month from now, whether it's next year, whatever it may be. There's going to be a point where ADA begins to take off again, and it's going to frankly shock a lot of people. Now, what I will say is I still do have my position open. I know people have had questions about this on Margex. Again, right now it's up 126%. Again, I just did a 10x long. I've had this open since September 2nd. Apparently it's going to refresh on me. But guys, there's been huge opportunities to mess with leverage if you guys want to. Again, there is a referral link for Margex in the description below. You can earn up to $10,000 in deposit and trading bonuses. There's no KYC. They have copy trading on here too. I don't know if anybody's messed with that at all, but you can follow strategies from some of the best traders on here. For example, this one guy, Lil Trade, he's done extremely well. 1968% gain from these trades. So some very interesting stuff. Feel free to check it out if you guys would like. Again, there's no KYC. I've been using Margex for quite some time now, and I've been very happy with it. So appreciate you guys as always. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully people haven't succumbed to this negative sentiment that has surrounded ADA for quite some time, because It's been false. The technological building is taking place. Adoption is building from a government and an enterprise standpoint, right? And the last piece of the puzzle is when retail finally figures out what's going on. And it's really looking like it's not long until that takes place. Appreciate you guys. Have a great day. Show your love below. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.